The place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And we'll be right back after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Jonas Valanciunas had it going on in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 steal. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It would be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Victor Oladipo had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 15 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Love the dog and Oladipo! That's my guy. Everything has come together for him the last couple of years. He could take a game over on either end, and he's doing it more consistently now.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
I think they let the game come to them, but they haven't got to the foul line enough. That's an area where they're getting beat. I like to see them press to action a little bit more.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute
Victor Oladipo.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let-up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
The Kings making a switch here. Heald's checked in. Joining us, that'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
I love the motion on offense. Guys are moving, the ball is moving. It's a very nice approach to the game, and one the defense absolutely could not keep up with.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
Well, they shot under 40% in the half. That tells the story right there. The defense deserves some credit for disrupting them a little bit, but they need to counteract with more creativity in offense. Few isolations, more movement, better shot selection.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it
Chance
up.
now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Jason Tatum.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
I don't know if they expected him to have this much of an impact, but the timing couldn't have been better. They dropped 2 straight leading into this one and did not want to lose. Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone. Lead by 2. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
They played some solid team basketball, Arnie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit. And they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Hops to really challenge shooters.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Wizards out front, up by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day.
Player of the game,
these guys
John Wall.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road for Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone. The quarter, and it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They lead by 14. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Ahead, 16 points. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back right after this.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And Greg, no chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
For now, for Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. The quarter, a terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 14. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Well, you live by the three and you die by the three. And today, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after this.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates,
Check
Greg.
out some
All
of the
about
tremendous play tonight from our Jordan player of the game.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. For now, for Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you later. Into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. What a game it's been for Tobias Harris. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
That was very undisciplined half of basketball they just played. You can see it in all the points they gave up at the free throw line. Listen, I don't mind the aggressive attitude, but they took it too far with all the silly, crazy fouls.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
.26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action after this word.
He sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right
there. Folks, for Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long. The break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Jamal Murray has been the story in this one. He had 20 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
It was the Jamal Murray show. This dude is smart, crafty, believes in his range. He put the offense on his back in the first half.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Nuggets with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back to the action after this word.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Our Jordan player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets.
For now, the better for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Means the world, doesn't it?
Miss you.
Yeah.
So big.
A tremendous start for C.J. McCollum. He had 13 points and 1 assist. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, they've been pounding. I mean, pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and it helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Has been in full effect. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Folks, for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time. Points at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Andrew Wiggins was the man in the first. He ended up with 15 points, 3 assists, and 1 block. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans.
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted it. Strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Stay with us.
I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass.
Jordan, player of the game,
right where
Klay Thompson.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
For now, for Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.